Face centered. Speech off.
Hi guys, it's VI Life with Kelly. Happy Thursday. It is the 13th day of the new year, guys. What is the plan? I'm definitely doing live today. I'm actually going to be doing a pop-up live for the 1 o'clock hour on the East Coast. So definitely come on over. I'll definitely do, a video later on that'll show up probably like around the 10 p.m. hour where I go over, the topic, how it went, just key points and stuff like that, like I've been doing all week. But I wanted to do a little reflection video over my YouTube journey for the last, I guess this is about the 9th month that I've been consistent on YouTube. I was watching some of my videos, and the biggest thing that came out to me, that just jumped out to me, is my voice. I remember at the beginning when I was recording, I wasn't sure how, let me turn this off, guys. I thought I picked a playlist, but I didn't. I wasn't sure how clear, or if I needed to project my voice, like if I needed to be louder or what I needed to do. And it's such a trip how I don't yell and I don't talk loud. So it's like when I had to do that, it just gave me this kind of like Kermit the Frog action going on. But thank God that's in the past or what have you. Another thing that I realized today is that I started out doing quite a bit of skincare videos, which I still enjoy. And I definitely will go into a video with you guys talking about the things I've been loving. I think I'm going to do a reflection series where I talk about things that I was using last year versus what I'm using now. Things that are my favorites, things that are my go-to, like they're just gonna be forever keepsakes for me. So I'll definitely do those videos. But I wanted to tell you guys, so at one point I told you guys I was gonna do a review on the Chanel cream eyeshadow sticks, and then also on the Chanel cleansing oils for the eye and the face. And so I did come back and tell you guys what my thoughts were on the cleansing oils, which I really do enjoy, and I see myself keeping those forever. They'll always be around because they're very useful. But the reason why I stopped doing the cream eyeshadow and so much of the makeup is because it started breaking me out. I've never been a person that does makeup, honestly. Like, it's always been something I have around. I like it for special occasions. Like, I may wear makeup 5 times a year, as far as putting on mascara, putting on powders, putting on a light foundation, putting on eyeshadow, like all of that, eyebrow pencil, all of this. I'm not that person. And it's so interesting how your body will instinctually gravitate you towards things and gravitate you away from things, because your body's just like, no, we don't need that, we don't want that, we're allergic, or whatever. So I do love the Chanel cream eyeshadow sticks. I think they're wonderful. They glide on real easily, just like the Bobbi Brown cream eyeshadow sticks as well. I like that cream powder stick by Bobbi Brown, and the foundation sticks are awesome too. But all of it, like, I am so much like a person that doesn't want a lot of things on my face. Like, the look of it is wonderful. The spontaneity of it is really nice, just to have that pop of color, to do something different every now and then. But day to day, no. I started having, like, where my skin on my eye, on the left eye, was like peeling. And I think too, because I forget that I have it on sometimes. So if I put it on to do a video, and then I go out for the day and forget to take it back off, or like when I take my bath, if I really don't focus on, I just do my normal cleansing, which when you wear makeup, your normal cleansing is not going to work. then, you know, out of sight, out of mind, right? So anyway, guys, I just start having reactions, and once all of that cleared up, I just didn't even want to start it back up again, trying to remember and all this. Like, I was like, nope, I'm finished. So that's why you never got um, the review on ultimately what I thought about the cream eyeshadows. But I will tell you guys, they're wonderful. They feel really good on. I liked how easy they were to use, especially for me in my situation. I got really good compliments about them. They really did. They were well pigmented. They wore well. For me, you know, I would ask people, you know, throughout the day, I would call my Be My Eyes volunteers, like, hey, what do you think? Do I need to touch this up? Is it still lasting? And I got great feedback. So I do think it's worth the money. And if you're a person that needs something that you don't have to blend and like go through a full, like you need something quick and easy that you can just pop it on, bow, it's on in like 2 minutes, that's your go-to. I still haven't been able to get my hands on the Tom Ford cream eyeshadow. That's what started this whole thing. I will, when I do get some, because I am going to be stopping by. You guys, this is so crazy. Anyway, I will be stopping by some cosmetic counters because I told you guys I'm pretty much over the current skincare items that I have. And so now I'm looking for something else. And so while I'm doing that, and you know, Valentine's is coming up. So, you know, they're coming out with all the gift sets for that. And so I'm gonna see if they have any of the cream eyeshadow. I'll see where I can find it. I'm gonna call Sephora actually and ask them if they have it. I never think to ask. I want to say no. I asked them about Chanel. I didn't ask them about Tom Ford. So I will be giving Sephora a call to find out if they have it, and I'll leave it in the comments. And let you guys know later on. So I was watching the Glam Twins yearly favorites video, that talked about like all the things they loved over the year, and they always have a segment when they do perfumes and fragrances, and they brought up Chloe, the original Chloe. Guys, my best friend from high school, that was her signature fragrance and used to smell so good. Back then, you could get Chloe out of JCPenney. I don't know if JCPenney is still around for you. I don't even know where JCPenney is, but if they have a fragrance counter, and you know what, I bet you they do, because they have Sephora in JCPenney now, as well as Kohl's department store. You all, that is a classic fragrance that works every single time. This smells so good, and they usually come out with a really great gift set. Like I remember my best friend in high school, she was dating this guy, and he bought her this huge Chloe gift set. It came with like the body powder, the body cream, the soap. When I tell you guys, it was so nice, so nice. I haven't even seen a gift set like, actually, I saw a gift set that was comparable to that a couple Christmas ago, and it was for Marc Jacobs, and one of them was for Prada. It was huge. It had like everything in there. I was like, oh my god. If and I don't, my daughter is the Marc Jacobs. She wears the classic Daisy by him, and it smells wonderful on her. And then Prada is another friend of mine. That's her scent, and it smells wonderful on her as well. So it's like some stuff just works for different people's body chemistry, and that's just what it is. So anyway, I'm gonna go see if I can get my hands on Chloe, the original. It's actually everywhere. I called Bloomingdale's. Bloomingdale's said they actually had some gift sets of the original. They're thinking it's the original Chloe. I had called Dillard's. They said they only had gift sets of the Chloe Nomad. I have never smelled any other Chloe other than the original. So we'll see what happens, to be continued. They did end up at Dillard's. They did end up getting a Tom Ford Black Orchid set in, and they did get some more of the Libre. So for YSL, excuse me. So guys, we'll see what happens today. I do have some running around to do today, and I do want to vlog while I'm out to kind of mix things up. I have been you know, doing the same thing for a few days now, so I want to spice it up a little bit. Okay guys, so another thing I wanted to tell you guys, so I was thinking about my skincare routine when I was watching, like when I watch the Glam Twins. That's when I catch up on like all things skin, body, and hair. And they were just talking about like different exfoliants they use for the winter months and why, and different ingredients they look for. And they even, one of them was incorporating like some men products, body wash that they really liked. And they were sharing like what the ingredients were. But I had been allowing, when I go get my nails done, I was letting them do the gel polish on my toes as well, because it gets done so fast. But I don't think I'm doing that anymore. I think that I'm going to let the winter months for my toes, I don't want a polish. I think I'm gonna have them buff and shine and do a clear or a French manicure on my toes, because it's not that gel, because they buff your toenails so low, and then they build it back up with all of those paints, but it's so hard to come off. And then I do not, like, I've been letting my natural fingernails, I've been buffing my natural fingernails and putting like a clear coat on them for the last couple of weeks. And I have so much damage from wearing nonstop gel polish for the last year. And so now I just literally been letting all these layers of nail heal, because they've been just breaking all over the place, guys. It's like it was kind of worrying me. Like literally I wasn't able to do anything without my nails breaking and breaking low, breaking like in weird spots. And so I just keep buffing and filing. So now that I've gotten them to back to like pretty much a healthy place, I'm not gonna do gel polish this year. This is another challenge. So I'm gonna do my own hair. As you guys can see, I'm doing my own hair for the year. That's my challenge. And then another thing, I gotta go look for me some hot oil treatments, because that's what we're gonna do the next time I do my hair with you guys. But also I'm going to probably just get French manicure. I think 2022 is the year of French manicure. That's all. I used to rock that years for like ever. Like just get the French because it's quick and it dries fast and it's this classic clean look. So I just never used to think nothing about it. I'll just get the French and get out of there. So I think that's where I'm going back to, guys. I think I'm getting the French manicure on my fingers and toes, and that's it. If I get sick of it, then I'll probably, the springtime, once it warms up and I start, putting on the flip-flops and stuff, which I gotta find me some new flip-flops, then I will be, of course, putting the polish back on there. But I'm gonna go back to polish, no more gel. I'm just gonna sit there and wait for an hour or two and let them dry like I used to. I used to sit there and then I would get in the car and put the air on my toes, and then just, keep my toes out, like pretty much like go early, so that way you could have your polish dry, by the end of the day. You take your bath and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna have to go back to that when I'm ready for color. My daughter says try SNS, so I might try that. It depends on the process of it. Like if I have to sit there while they're like filing, I don't want any more of this low filing and then building it up with this paint-like substance. I don't know. I don't know. I always think about this lady. I went to the nail salon one time, and this lady was in there, and she didn't have a fingernail on like one of her toes and one of her fingers because she had just been getting like acrylics all the time, you know, over and over and over, never take a break, you know. And so they finally had told her like, no, we can't put nothing on here, you're gonna need to let it heal, there's nothing to put on there. And she was just like trying to get them to paint it anyway, like, okay, that's fine, but just paint it anyway, make it look like something. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like, it was just heartbreaking, honestly. Just to even think about it and share that with you guys stresses me out a little bit. You know, thank you, Lord. No stress. But so when I get my nails done, now I'm just always like thinking about it. And I try to wait. I try to honestly let it go 3 weeks before I get my nails done again, where I can actually see some of my nail bed and or feel some of my nail bed, so that I can feel like it's getting oxygen and it's getting, you know, some time where it's not being messed with, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, guys. Leave it in the comments below if you have a solution or a recommendation on something you get done to your nails that keep them nice and pretty, but as well as strengthened and healthy. And so, because I'm definitely down to try it. Okay, so guys, let me update you guys on what's going on with the state of Texas for the mortgage loan origination, residential mortgage loan origination. So for you guys who are just chiming in, I did a video, I think at the beginning of the week, like on Monday maybe, about why I chose to become a mortgage loan originator and the process. And I talked about like you know, what's going on with Georgia, what's going on with Texas, and I also left in the comments the contact information for the departments you need to apply for licensure. I also left like schools if you wanted to do, you know, I did a really in-depth on education training, schools, the process and all that. So boom, here's part 2, the update, or maybe even part 3 actually. So the update is I finally got in contact with the State Department for Savings and Mortgage Lending. And that's a department that if you're going to apply for licensure as an MLO in the state of Texas, that's who you're going to contact. So I asked them what was their credit score or credit requirement, because that's a part of your background check to receive the approval to take the exam. And so the gentleman had said that they had made some changes due to the current pandemic, and he transferred me to the specific department and agent who reviews the application. And so she said that it is a case by case, you know, situation, but some things have not changed. And so although they may not be looking at a credit score, they are looking at all 3 of your credit reports. They don't have a minimum credit score, but they are looking at what is on your credit report. So she said medical and student loans are not a factor in their decision making, but charge-offs and delinquencies are. And that if you have any charge-offs, and basically she gave a figure like, you know, let's say you may have some things that total up to about $5,000. They may not care about that. But if you had a charge-off that was at $30,000, then they would be looking at that. So basically, it's a case-by-case circumstance. There is a part in the application where you can explain your situation, and that will be considered. But if you have charge-offs and delinquencies, the best thing for for you to do, regardless that you offer an explanation and that could be legitimate. They're looking for financial responsibility and accountability, and all those things need to be in a repayment. They need to be at repayment. So that means if you know, had a vehicle charged off, or you have several credit cards that were charged off for non-payment, whatever, you're needing to contact whomever and start a repayment program. And then you need to be able to provide those documents that show you're in repayment for all of these accounts. So although she was ambiguous, she was definitive. So it was like, it's case by case. Your explanation can be, you know, will be reviewed, right? It will be considered. And, you know, although it may be understandable as to why you have these accounts, it can be a reason for denial. So if you have charge-offs and delinquencies on your credit report, that can be the reason why you do not receive approval to take your licensing exam. So then I asked, well, is there anything you all could offer as far as reviewing a person's background and all that before they invest $1,000 to, you know, do everything? And they said no. And I asked if there's any way to request consideration, an exception, or can we put in, you know, a request for this process to be modified and changed, especially considering everything that's going on. Like, why would you allow people to spend money to take exams, to take education training, all the things that they need to do to get this far, just to tell them, well, nope, you know, we're not going to approve you to take the exam because you have such and such and such, and so that's not going to work for us. So they just wasted their time and money, you know, resources to do so. Why would you not say, okay, you want to become an MLO, we need to do this criminal background and credit check on you first, so then you could come back and tell them, boom, okay, we see this, this, and this as a possible hindrance from you being able to take the licensing exam. Now, if you want to go forward with the education and training, you can, but we would advise that you put these accounts in repayment immediately, or we need these kind of statements of, you know, we need an explanation for this you know what I'm saying? Give them the information so that they can be successful. And so I don't agree with it, you guys. I don't agree with that process. I think that they need to review the criminal background and credit first. As soon as you enroll for a class or attempt to enroll for a class, the first step, along with getting your NMLS ID number and everything else, is boom, you do your criminal background check, credit check, and then they give you approval or denial. If they give you a denial, they give you an explanation of how to rectify it, if you can rectify it. And if you can't, boom, at least you didn't waste a whole, you know, $1,000 or whatever it cost you to, you know, because you have to think about, some people have to find childcare so they can do it. Some people are going to go to the class, they're spending, you know, gas, they're sacrificing time off of work. Like, there's a lot that goes into you know, choosing to educate or train, you know, all of that. So I don't know, guys. That's what's going on with the state of Texas. I did not ask them how much is it. So I will be calling them back and finding out how much it costs and leaving it in the comments. Okay, guys? Have a phenomenal day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Speech on. Stop recording video. 1